Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Zeno, or Liam here, and I'm bringing you guys a brand new episode of the series that I started called RYGS, which stands for Reviewing Your Gaming Setups. This is episode number 6, so make sure to leave a like down below to show your support on this series. So, we only have 2 submissions this week. If you'd like to submit your setup for next week, you can set up picture, videos, descriptions of your specifications for your, setup or whatever to reviewingyourgamingsetups@gmail.com if you'd like to submit your setup. By the way, I'm pretty sick. I'm sure you guys can tell a little bit by my voice. Pretty stuffed up, so if I voice crack, do not destroy me in the comments there. So just expect a voice crack to come eventually. So this is actually a resubmission from my homie ADZ Drones. He submitted a setup. I don't remember which week it was. I want to say it was week 3, but it was like one of the weeks in January. He submitted a setup, and it was pretty nice. I gave it, I think, an 8 or an 8.5 out of 10, and I really liked the simplicity of it. And the few things that I told him he could touch up, he actually ended up doing that, and then he resubmitted, which is absolutely awesome. I think it's really cool when people, take my advice and, come back and show me what they did to, improve their setup, which is super cool. So first things first, right off the bat, I like these hung up, these 3 headphones hung up again. I'm pretty sure they were like that in the other picture too, but I really like that these 2 are a little bit higher, so it's kind of cool like that. And then you have your Blue Yeti off to the side with your drone, and I think that's a helicopter, but I might be wrong. And it looks like you have your mouse and keyboard, obviously, and then the wires running along the wall so you can unplug them and whatnot. I do not know what these are personally, but they look cool. They look kind of badass with your setup. Obviously, I'm a fan of your LG monitor. It looks super sick. Really, really like that monitor. And then also, I said I think the last one, consider upgrading to a desktop in the future. But if you don't really care, then it's not necessary to upgrade to a desktop in the future. And then it looks like you got your controls for your drone and stuff down there, which is absolutely awesome. I really like the chair, how it's a white and black to go with your theme of your setup, which is really cool. And then in the second picture, it's more of a picture without the chair there. So here's the cords. I told him he could clean them up a little bit, and it looks like he just did that. And it looks a lot better. If you could somehow maybe take these cords and move it below your desks, just so up above it's not showing anything. But for the most part, it looks like you really cleaned up your cords. Obviously, you can still see them, but there's nothing you can really do about it here in this setup unless you threw it behind there. But other than that, the cords look much better than they did in the last episode, which I really like. And there was literally no cords visible underneath the desk, which is really sick, except for that. But that's it's hardly even visible at all. And then I like how on the wall, I don't know what this is, but if it's important to you, then I guess it's fine there. But if you could put another one over there so it would be symmetrical, and then just put something else in it, I don't know, that'd be cool though. So here's a close-up. Oh, so it looks like, is that the remote for your RGB strips? That's super sick. Like I said in the last episode, I really like how your strips give off like a golden almost theme to it, which is really cool. So it's like a whitish golden theme from the behind. I really like the mouse pad as well. I have the exact same mouse pad. And then this is, I think this is a tripod for your phone, which is super sick. Let's see what else is in here. Yeah, I was right. So he's got his helicopter and his drone with his GoPro mounted to his drone, which is super cool. So you have really cool cinematic footage, and then that looks like a USB hub, and then some memory cards for his drone footage. And it looks pretty cool with this little figurine in the middle of the monitor. It's kind of cool. It looks kind of cool with this light right here. I don't know why, but it really is cool. And then your LG ultra wide monitor. I'm just so jealous of that monitor, man. It's such a nice monitor, and your background of your computer fits really good with the mouse pad for some reason. I don't know why, but it just looks really nice. It fits in really well. And then so here's a closer view underneath the desk. Like I said, you can only see one wire there, but when you're standing up, you can't even see anything. And then he has some drawers for extra space as well, which is super, super, super nice. And then he's got his little laptop stand that he sits on. So yeah, it's pretty simplistic underneath of the desk. And then here's a closer view of his cords and stuff like that. It looks like he's definitely cleaned them up. It looks like they're untangled a bit. Although I don't see why just out of curiosity, I don't know why you need so many strips. I get this strip and then I get this strip, but why do you need the second strip if only one is plugged into there? You could just plug it into down there and get rid of that entire second strip. But maybe it's for other purposes. Maybe you have to charge a bunch of stuff at once and you have to constantly unplug and plug it back in, but that makes sense. So right here is this picture of his Logitech mouse. I forget I was just watching a video on that mouse earlier today. But it looks like a really nice mouse. It's wireless, which is really cool. I don't know how good it is for gaming, for wireless gaming, but it looks pretty cool, so in my opinion. And then your mouse or your keyboard is really nice. It's really simplistic, and I like the white LEDs on it instead of it just being a random RGB color. It actually fits with your desk and your chair and everything like that. And then here's just a close-up of, honestly, I have no idea what the heck those are, but they're probably something related to his drone. And then his iPhone stand. So all around, dude, I really enjoy the setup. I'm going to give this setup a definite 8.5 or 9 out of 10. Like, right in that range. I can't really decide what I want to give it, but it's just literally just right there. And I really like just, like, honestly, everything about it. Like, it's so simplistic, but it's so nice in general. There's, like I said, a few things that you could even out on each side, like that thing over there. That's really just a spotting, minimalistic difference that it just doesn't even really matter. One thing I would maybe consider getting in the future, now that I'm looking at a more overview of your setup, let me go back to this picture. Yeah, let me go to this picture. It would be really cool if you, in the future, could somehow get speakers maybe mounted on the walls, or one right there and one right there. That'd be pretty cool. I don't know what you use. Maybe your LG monitor has a built-in speaker system to it, but it'd be cool if you got some pretty nice speakers to your setup and then maybe put a subwoofer down there. Just ideas for future things you could add to your setup as well. That'd be super cool. Yeah, and like I said, move this over a little bit. Maybe consider upgrading to a desktop eventually if you're really getting into, you know, 4K editing and anything like that. You really want the power in it. And yeah, that's pretty much it for your setup. Drones, ADZ Drones, I really appreciate you resubmitting your setup, you know, making the changes that I told you. That's absolutely awesome, and that really shows me that you cared about what I said, and that's absolutely amazing. So yeah, thank you, dude. Let's get on to the second setup. Alright, so the third setup is a video submission coming from one of my dudes on Twitter. His name is Misupa. That's what he goes by on the internet. He made this video specifically for me and my channel and for this series and stuff, so I'm going to play through the entire thing. I'm probably going to mute the audio just because I'm not sure 100% if this song is copyrighted or not, and I don't really want to test my luck and get a copyright strike on my channel, so I'm just going to mute the song behind it. That's all it is. It's just a song, so I'm going to just talk throughout the video and pause it whenever I see something interesting. And yeah, basically let's just go ahead and get started. So the first thing I see, which is really cool, is his LED lighting is absolutely crazy. Yeah, here he said enjoy the video. He made this video specifically for me and the people who view my channel, which is absolutely awesome, man. This is really cool. And then I see your posters. I see that I consider framing the posters, maybe just real quick, that I see. Maybe frame them, it makes them look a little bit nicer, but it's really up to you. So it looks like here's all of your games and stuff, and then your LED light strips look really cool. It looks like they go around the entire desk, which is really nice, and they give a frontal effect and a back effect, which is cool. And then I see your wire management down here is actually pretty solid. Let me go back down here. There's virtually no wires on the ground as well as on the other side. There's this little blanket thing covering them. Actually, I don't know if it's covering the wires, but it's just on the ground, but I guess it works. It kind of looks weird, but it's still perfectly fine. And it looks like you got a triple monitor setup. This setup, I think you said, is connected to your PS3, and then this monitor is your computer monitor, and then the other monitor was a PS4 monitor. I really like that about his bed, is that it's literally lit up underneath his bed. That's so cool. Like, I would love to put LEDs under my bed, but I've been going a little over top for my room. So he's got Jesus Christ on the wall with Patrick, which is pretty funny. And he's got a drone on the wall, which is really cool as well. Just hope that doesn't fall and break your setup and stuff. So it looks like there's a closet behind him and stuff, with boxes. So he's got his PlayStation 4 there, and then his mini fridge, which is cool. I really want a mini fridge in my room so bad. Got a shit ton of water, my dude. Holy crap. So then he's got his, it looks like that's a printer, and then he's got a triple monitor setup. He's got this monitor for his computer, and then he's got this monitor for his PlayStation 4, and this for his PS3. So he's got like a double console entertainment system going on with a computer monitor in the middle, which is cool. And I think they're all 24-inch monitors, I want to say. And I like how you have the, you know, two speakers symmetrically on the sides of the computer, which is pretty cool. I would say maybe putting all three monitors closer together would be neat instead of spacing them out a little bit, because you could, you know, put them all right next to each other. It looks kind of neat like that. Or, you know, it's really up to you. If your computer can do triple monitor screens, which sometimes it can, you'd be surprised. you could probably hook up your computer to all 3 screens and do that, which would be super cool as well. So I really like the RGBs in his room. They match with his the ones from his desk. Like, oh shoot, I didn't even see those lights up there. That's cool. I don't know, the lights on the ceiling are dope. I never thought about putting my lights up there if you were to do that. So it looks like he's got a pretty standard keyboard and mouse. It looks like the keyboard's pushed pretty far back, so if you're PC gaming, which I don't think you are, I think you're more of a console player, then you'd probably want a better angle for that, but if not, it's fine just sitting there. I like the setup. So he's got an Acer monitor, 24 inches for his PS4, 24-inch Dell monitor for his PC, 24-inch monitor for his PS3 that's from Gateway, and then Logitech keyboard, speakers, and mouse, which is super sick. So yeah, let me go back to where he just kind of shows the video or his setup from an overview. Where is it at? Okay, I'll go to like right here. So his setup looks really clean, and I really like especially the LED lighting under the bed and behind the desk. I'm gonna give your setup a 8 out of 10 or an 8.5. It's kind of like around the range. I don't really know what to give them, like, because they're just both so good, and it's just kind of like right in the middle of that. And I just really like the lighting in your room, and the mini fridge is in a really cool spot, and then I like the way you have your monitor set up, but if you put them all closer together. But I'd consider maybe the only thing upgrading in the future is possibly upgrading your computer, your monitors. You could get these BenQ monitors. I think it's called the GL2460HM is what I use for my triple monitors. They're really good gaming monitors. They're all pretty cheap as well. And that's the only thing I'd consider upgrading your monitors just in the future, though. That's kind of a long-term investment. So yeah, I give you an 8.5 out of 10. That's an awesome setup, dude. I really appreciate the video and the support that you guys are all leaving on my videos. That's absolutely crazy. It makes me want to do so many more episodes of this RYGS. And yeah, basically, that's about it for this episode. If you'd like to submit your gaming setups, make sure to submit them to reviewingyourgamingsetups@gmail.com. Like always, links for these guys and all their YouTube channels, Twitters, and stuff will be in the description down below. And that's about it, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you are new, and yeah, that's it. Peace.